Hello, welcome to Maths with EJD. In this video, we are still talking about set theory, and our focus shifts to understanding Venn diagrams right now. Okay, first off, what are Venn diagrams? What are Venn diagrams? That's the first question to answer. And we need to know that Venn diagrams are visual tools. They are visual tools used to represent, used to represent sets and their relationships and their relationships with one another, with one another. That is what Venn diagrams are. Then they consist, they consist of overlapping circles, each representing, each representing, each representing a set where the overlapping regions, where the overlapping regions show the common elements, the common elements between the sets, between the sets. Okay. Now, what is the history? What is the history? What is the significance of Venn diagrams? History and significance of Venn diagrams. Okay. Now, first of all, we need to know that Venn diagrams were introduced. They were introduced by a man called John Venn. So these diagrams are actually named after him. Introduced by John Venn in 1880. In 1880, these diagrams are widely used in logic. They are widely used in logic, in statistics, and probability, to illustrate relationships, and solve problems. Illustrate relationships and solve problems. Okay. So, running through that again, Venn diagrams are visual tools used to represent sets and their relationships with one another. They consist of overlapping circles, each representing the set, where the overlapping regions show the common elements between the sets. And the history is that John Venn in 1880 introduced these diagrams, and they are widely used in logic, statistics, and probability to illustrate relationships and solve problems. Now, if we need to represent, so let's talk about representation. I think that's the next thing. Representation of sets, representation of sets with Venn diagrams, Okay, so when we talk about the representation, right? The first case we'll be considering will be two sets. So two sets representation. Okay, so I'll do three set representation in the next video. So, but the first thing I like to do is to show all the possibilities we have with two sets for Venn diagram, every possibility as much as possible. All right. So first of all, if we have, so since we're talking about two sets, it means we're going to have two circles, and usually they are overlapping. Okay, when we talk about probability, I'll show where they may not overlap. So here we have set A and set B, and they are overlapping. So this is the universal set. So this square, the box is the universal set, and in it we have all this, every other thing. Now, of course, we already know that the universal set contains every set under consideration. So every other set in the box is a subset of the universal set. Now, what I want to do is to shade regions to show what exactly we are focusing on in each case. So if I shade this to be, where do I start from? I'm trying to see. Okay, good. Let me start this way. If I shade the whole of this box, okay, let's assume that in a school, we are considering students who study both agric and biology. Okay, students who study agric and biology, whether some students study only agric, some study only biology, some study both, and things like that. So for two set representation now, that shaded region is simply A. So that means agric. Okay, these are students who study agric. Now we don't care if they also study biology. That is just students who study agric. Okay, and then let's say we have another set, this. So this is the universal set. This is A, this is B. Again, if we shade this, this is B. These are students who study biology. We don't care if they also study agric. We don't really care, but they study biology. Now you're going to see the difference. Okay, let me just say this is agriculture, right? So you're going to see the difference between this. Okay, well, since I've said this, right, let's do the next one so that we can see we can compare the two together and see what the difference actually is. So if we have this now, okay, and this is A, this is B, this is the universal set. Now, what if I shade this? Okay, sorry. Let me shade with the green as usual. So if I shade only this, mm, okay. So if I have this, all right. So now this is now agric only. This is A only. This is agriculture only. Okay, well, I think I shouldn't bother writing this out so I don't waste time. So this is actually A only. A only. Now, so if you look at this now, these are the guys that study agric. Well, if they also study biology, we don't care. So if I say all students that take agric come, all of them will come out like that. So even if some of them still take biology, it's not a problem. But if I say if all you take in this school is agriculture, you don't take biology, just come. Then these ones will show now. So I have A only, and A only here is A intersection B complement. Okay, A intersection B complement. So the next thing is, let's look at the people who are B only, those who study only biology. Universal said this is A, this is B. So if we shade this now, just this. So this will be B only. So that is A complement, A intersection B complement. That is, these are students who study only only biology. They have nothing to do with agric whatsoever, So this is B only. So you can see there's a difference between agriculture and agriculture only. There's a difference between biology and biology only. So biology, students who study biology can also study agric. But if I say students who study biology only, they don't have any business with agric. Very important to understand. Okay. So we have 4 Venn diagrams there. Let's look at other possibilities. So if we now have this, if we have this, A, B, and then the universal set. Now, if we shade everything, we shade the two circles now. If we shade the two circles, this is A union B. Okay? So these are students who study A and B. Now, you should very soon you're going to see that there's also a difference between A and B only. You know, okay, well, I mean, that applies in the case of 3 sets. So here now, this, if I say students who study both agric and biology, come. So I don't care whether you study agric and biology, whether you study agric alone or biology alone, or you study both, just come. So if I say students who study agric and biology, come. Okay, in this case, I think it's fair to say students who study agric, I think it should be A or B. I think it's better to say A or B in this case, you know, because it will also be useful when we get to probability. So that's why this foundation is necessary. So I think this is better as A or B. So if you study agric or you study biology, come. If you study both, I don't care. As far as you study at least one of the 2 courses, I want to see you. So that is A or B right there. Okay. Then we have another one. A here, B, the universal set, and then we have this region shaded now. Now this is A intersection B, which is the same thing as A and B. Now I want to see students who study both agric and biology. So both, if you study only agric or only biology, I don't want to see. I just want to see those who study both agric and biology. And all of these things have implications under probability as when we get there. Okay. So we have 6 Venn diagrams so far on 2 set representation, but that's not all. There are other things we can still explore. Okay. So let's see. We have this again. And then this is A, this is B, okay? And then this is the universal set. You know that if we shade outside, okay, let me go green. So if we shade the outside, I'm very careful not to allow the lines enter territories I don't intend them to enter, okay? That's some perfectionistic tendency right there, okay? All right, so yeah. So now who are these guys? So they are the guys that are in that school, but they have no business whatsoever with agric and biology. They are like the outsiders as far as these 2 courses are concerned. So these 2 subjects are concerned. So you have A union B complement. A union B complement. All right. So this is A union B complement. So this is no. Of course, we already know this is from the law of from the law of union. We already know that this is the same thing as A complement intersection B complement. This is the intersection between those who are outside of agric and those who are outside of biology. So as you know already. So this is the region for these people. Okay. So lastly, well, you may find more things, but I don't want to worry about any more thing apart from this. You can find more things, but these are like the key regions we see here. So let's do the last one. So this is A, this is B, this is the universal set. Universal set means everything inside. So what if I shade everything? What if I shade everything? So everything here is actually U. This is the universal set. Universal set. Okay. So for two set representation, we have all of this. We have all of this. So on this note, can we take some some examples? Some examples. Let me take examples now. So the first example, I'll take something. Okay, let me just. I'll have 2 approaches to the problems. So let's start with this. In a music academy, in a music academy, right? Um, three students play the flute. 3 students play the flute. Okay, let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. I think I have a better approach to this. All right. So, okay. In a music academy, rather, 10 students, 10 students play the flute. Then 12 students play the guitar. 12 students play the guitar. And and seven students, 7 students play both. 7 students play both. Okay. If three students, if 3 students play neither the flute, neither the flutes, nor the guitar, nor the guitar, how many students, how many students A play. Okay, well, before we even go to all that, okay, good, that's fine. So many how many students, right? How many students play the flute only? So how many students play the flute only? Okay. B, how many students play the guitar only? How many students play the guitar only? And lastly, C, how many students are in the academy? How many students? How many students are in the academy? We are assuming that all the academy is about is playing flute and guitar. If we assume that, so we want to see how many students are in the academy. Okay, I think by using this, I'm even repeating stuff. So how many students play the flute only? Then how many students? Okay, I guess I need to erase all that together so it can flow better. Okay, so now how many students play the flute only? Then B, play the guitar only. Play the guitar only. And 3, how many students are in the academy? Yeah, this is a better way to put it. Okay, so these are the questions we have. All right, so we need to be able to interpret this. So interpretation is really important. Yeah, so let's go. In a music academy, 10 students play the flute, 10 play the flute. So you can say F is 10. It's not F only, it's just F. Then 12 students play the guitar. So G is 12. Let's flute be F and G be guitar. Then what do we have next? So 12 students play the guitar and 7 students play both. So that means that F intersection G is equal to 7. Okay. What else do we have? 7 students play both. That is F intersection G. Now, last information, if three students play neither the flute nor the guitar, so these are the outsiders. That means that F union G prime is equal to 3. That's the idea. So question A, for question A, what do we need? We need those who play the flute only. So that means we need F intersection G prime. That's flute only. B, that's A. B, play the guitar only. That is F prime intersection G. And C, finally, we need the universal set. That's the question we have to answer. So pretty easy to handle once we understand. So I did all these possible regions. If you can master these regions, you'll be able to solve and extract this information from the question. You'll be able to solve the problem very easily. Okay, so let's go now. So we have to make an attempt at drawing the Venn diagram. So you have this, and all of this will go. So this is flute, this is guitar. So flute only is, of course, this is the universal set. So for flute, we have 10 for flute, not flute only now. Then for guitar, we have 12. And then for both, we have 7. This is F intersection G. Okay. Then F union G prime, those are the outsiders. We have 3. All right. So you can see anything that is not fitting in a particular region, I put it in brackets. So 10 and 12 are in brackets because this 10 now represents everybody here. 10 represents everybody here. Okay. So it means that if 7 play both, then to get F here, to get okay, this is F intersection G prime. Okay. And this is F prime intersection G. Okay. And from the look of things, since, okay, let's put it this way now. A, to find F intersection G prime. So that's the first thing we need to do. So you see that this whole box, you see that F, the number of F. Okay, maybe this is a better way to even put this. The cardinality of F, the cardinality of G, I think it's a better way to put it. The cardinality of F intersection G. That's the number of elements there. That's the better way. So we need the cardinality of F intersection G prime. We need the cardinality of F prime intersection G. And we need the cardinality of the universal set. Okay? So the cardinality of F is actually, you see that it's the addition of F intersection G prime and this. So it means the cardinality of F intersection G, okay, plus the cardinality of F intersection G prime. So this is the first thing we are looking for, okay? Those who play F only. And the cardinality of F from the question is already 10, okay? That's the number of elements. So this is 10 equals, those who play both flute and guitar is 7 plus N, the cardinality of F intersection G prime. So that means that 10 minus 7 is equal to the cardinality of F intersection G prime. So meaning that the cardinality of F intersection G prime is the same thing as 3. Okay, it's 3. Therefore, okay, let me save that space. I can use it for the second question. So you can say, therefore, 3 students play only the flute. 3 students play only the flute. So that means this region now, this particular region now is 3. It's actually 3 for those who play the flutes. So we can use the same idea for B. I guess I need to change the marker to make it okay, let me do this. Okay. So now next we need the number of students that play the guitar only. Guitar only. So B now, you have those who play the guitar only. So we want to find, so this is end of this. We want to find the cardinality of F prime intersection G. Those who play only the guitar. So, and again, you see this region is guitar. So this is those who play both and those who play the guitar only. So it means that the cardinality of G is equal to the cardinality of F prime intersection G plus the cardinality of F intersection G, those who play both. So these are those who play both, those are those who play guitar only. This is everybody that plays guitar, okay? And those who play guitar is 12. The cardinality of those who play guitar only is what we are looking for, F prime intersection G. And those who play both is actually 7, okay? So from what we see here, we can see that the cardinality of F prime intersection G is the same thing as 12 minus 7. That is, if it transfer the 7 here, that's 12 minus 7. So it means that the number of those who play the guitar only is 5, okay? So you can conclude and say, therefore, only, okay, therefore, 5 students play only the guitar. 5 students play only the guitar. So it means that this region now is actually 5. So the last question says we should find the number of students who are in the academy. The number of students who are in the academy. So let's see to that. The number of students who are in the academy. See now, to find the number of students, in the academy. Of course, that is assuming that all they do there is to play the flute and guitar, you know. So to find the number of students who are in the academy, so I'll quickly reproduce the picture based on what it is now. So we have this, right? This is a universal set. So we are looking for the cardinality of this universal set. This is F, this is G. Now this is 7, this is 3, this is 5. And outside we have 3, those who don't play either of the two instruments. So we have 375 and 3753, right? Yeah, that's what we have. Okay, so to find the cardinality of the universal set, so easily the cardinality of the universal set is the cardinality of every region represented right now. So we just said now the cardinality of the universal set is equal to the cardinality of F intersection G prime, that is those who play flute only, plus the cardinality of those who play both, that's F intersection G, that's this region, plus the cardinality of F prime intersection G, that is those who play the guitar only. And finally, you have the cardinality, all right? You have the cardinality of F union G all prime. That is those who are outside. So now NU is actually 3 for this, plus 7 for this, plus 5 for this, plus 3, which is outside. So those who are outside. And that is 10, 15, 18. Okay, so you can say, therefore, there are 18 students in the academy. There are 18 students in the academy. Okay, so example 2. Now I want to okay, I guess maybe I think it's better I use another question. Okay, because I was thinking of twisting this question again, but it's okay. Let me take another example. Let's say example 2 now. Example 2. In a newspaper reading club, newspaper reading club, let's assume something like that exists. In the newspaper reading club, okay. In a newspaper reading club, 11 people read 11 people read the Guardian. 11 people read the Guardian. Okay. Or better still, let's say 16 people read the Guardian. 16 people read the Guardian. 16 people read the Guardian. Then 11 people read the Punch. 11 people read the Punch. And 6 people read neither. And 6 people read neither of the two. 6 people read neither of the two. Okay. If there are 30 people, in the club, okay. If there are 30 people in the club, how many people read, okay, the comma is unnecessary. How many people read A? How many people read both? B? How many people read How many people read both? How many people read only Guardian? Only the Guardian. How many people read only the Guardian? C, only the Punch. Only the Punch. And D, only one newspaper. Only one newspaper. Okay. So let's go for this now. So in a newspaper reading club, 16 people read The Guardian. So straight, we just say Guardian, we have 16 people reading that. Then Punch, we have 11 people reading that. Oh, that's the number of those who read, the cardinality. Then 6 people read neither of the two. That's the number of Guardian Union Punch Prime. That is, those who are outside is equal to 6. Then the number of the universal set, we already have that to be 30. So what do we need? We need those who read both. That's the cardinality of Guardian intersection Punch. Only the Guardian, that's Guardian intersection Punch Prime. And then only the Punch, that's Guardian Prime intersection Punch. And only one newspaper, that is only Guardian plus only Punch. That's what that is about. So let's quickly draw the diagram. So we have this now. This is Guardian. This is Punch. So for Guardian, we have 16 up here. And for Punch, we have 11 up here. And then outsiders, we have 6. Then everybody together, we have 30. Okay? So, and what the first thing we are looking for is A, right? To find the number of people who read both, the number of people who read both. You know, of course, that is so we say let the cardinality N, which is G intersection P, let it be equal to X. That's where this whole idea of X comes in. So that means those who read both, we are saying they are X now. Let me use something else. So let's say these guys are X. So, and of course, from here now, we know that if this is X, everything in this box is 16. So automatically this will be 16 minus X, right? In the same way, everything in this box is 11. So it means those who read only the Guardian will be 16 minus X. Those who read only the Punch will now be 11 minus X, because everybody here should add up to 11. And since this place is X, so we have 11 minus X for those who read Punch only. And that's all we have, right? So we can now bring down the diagram. We have all this now. This is X. This is 16 minus X. This is 11 minus X. And this is the universal set. And we have 6 here. And the universal set is actually 30. So everybody is 30. The universal set is 30. That's the cardinality of the universal set. So just like we did before again, we just have so we have the cardinality of the universal set equals the cardinality of these people. This is Guardian, this is Punch. So that is Guardian intersection Punch prime plus cardinality of Guardian intersection Punch. That is this X now, plus these people, cardinality of Guardian prime intersection Punch, plus finally the outsiders, cardinality of Guardian union Punch, all prime. So we just put all that together. Cardinality of everybody is 30. Then cardinality of this is 16 minus X. Cardinality of this is X. That's here. This is X. Of course, 16 minus X is this one. Then cardinality of Guardian prime intersection Punch, that is 11 minus X. And lastly, okay, we can do this to make things clear. Then cardinality of outsiders, those who neither read Punch nor Guardian, that will be 6. So with this now, we have a simple equation to solve. So we have 30 equals 16 minus X plus 11 minus X plus 6. Easily, minus X plus X cancels out. So we can have 30 equals 16 plus 11 is 27. 27 plus 6 is 33. So we have 33 minus X. And then that means if you transfer X here and transfer 30 here, so you have X equals 33 minus 33, is it 33? 16 plus 11. 16 plus 11. Is everything fine? Let me see. The outsiders are 6, right? So 16 plus 11 is 27. 27 plus 6. 27 plus 6 is 32. All right, I need to check something. Uh, 30. Yeah, it's 30. Okay. I think there was a mistake. So 11 people, instead of 11 here, we have 13. Sorry, this is 13. So 13 people, not 11. 13 people. Yeah, so this is 13. This is 13. So of course, this will be 13 minus x. This is 13. So this is 13. So this will be 13 minus x. Okay. So again, this is 13. 13 minus x. So this is so this is 13 minus x. Okay. So now we have 16 plus 13, that's 29. 29 plus 6 is 35. So that's 35 minus x. So you have x comes here, 30 comes here, that's 35 minus 30. So x is equal to 5. Okay. So, and of course, x is representing those who read both newspapers. So you can say, therefore, five people read, both Guardian and Punch. Both Guardian and Punch. Okay. So the last part now, we have okay, I mean we have three other things to answer. Those who read only the Guardian. So you can see those who read only the Guardian, they are 16 minus x. Okay. So B, the number of people, who read only the Guardian, is given as the cardinality of Guardian intersection Punch prime, which is 16 minus x, as you can see up here. So only the Guardian, 16 minus x. So that, and x is already known to be 5. So that will be 16 minus 5, and that is 11. So 11 people read only the Guardian. So for only the Punch now, so for only the Punch, we have the cardinality to be G prime intersection P, which is 13 minus x. Those who read only the Punch, and that's this region, 13 minus x. So that will be 13 minus 5, which is 8. So therefore, only 8 people read only the Punch. Okay, finally, we need those who read both, who read both, who read only one, those who read only one newspaper. So here now, that means we want to sum up those who read only the Guardian and only the Punch. That's what this question is about. Only one newspaper means either only the Guardian or only the Punch. So in this case, now we already have the two results from here. So here now, that will be so number of those who read only one will be equal to number of those who read only the Guardian, that's G intersection Punch prime, plus number of those who read only the Punch, that's G prime intersection P, and that will be, so for Guardian only we got 11, for Punch only we got 8, so that's 11 plus 8, and that is 19. So only 19 people read only one newspaper. Either they read only the Guardian or only the Punch. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. Be sure to go through as many times as possible and practice, so you can actually master this. So I mean, for as exercise, you can go back to the question again and try to interpret on your own and answer the questions by yourself without, of course, having understood what I have done. So you can do that. Look at the two questions, try to solve them by yourself without looking at what I've done, after you have tried to understand. So thank you so much for coming along this far. If you have not subscribed to this channel, be sure to do that. Hit the notification bell also so that you can always get alerted when a new video is released. And be sure to comment about, if you need clarity on something or you need me to teach something and all that, then be sure to like and always share with others who might benefit from this. See you in the next video where I'll be talking about Venn diagrams with 3 sets.